Hi everyone, it's so good to see you. So I want to talk today about building more Christmas memories, and one of those is through food. You say, oh Sarah, of course we have our things that we do, and there are fun things that you can do and enjoy together as a family. But I've done this a couple of times, and this was a lot of fun. And what I did was I did this with my nephew when he was little, and then I did it with another niece and some of her friends when she was little as well. But the first one that we did was we took brownies and we put them and we made them like cupcakes. We cooked them in a cupcake holder, and then we made them as a mountain backdrop and then sprinkled powdered sugar all over them. Then we took blue Jello and we made that like to look like there was a lake, and we surrounded it with marshmallows, and we did that. And then of course we made a gingerbread. Now I can't do gingerbread, so I bought graham crackers. Graham crackers works in a pinch, and we took graham crackers and we put all different kinds of candies and things all over it and made a house. It looked more like a tent, but we tried to make a house out of it, and we created a whole winter wonderland full of different things. We took some other marshmallows and made snowmen, and we just made it a lot of fun. And his dad was like, wow, I wish we would have known about this before. We could have done this with his Cub Scout troop. And I said, sorry, I didn't know you were looking for a project for Christmas. But he had a lot of fun with it. He took it home, and his parents were like, oh my goodness, it was so much sugar. But we ended up just making a winter wonderland out of it, and it was a lot of fun. Well, several years passes, and one of my nieces, actually two of my nieces, and a neighborhood boy came over, and they each made their own winter wonderland. It was on a different scale, and I bought the big fluffy marshmallows, just big ones. And I bought some medium-sized ones and some tiny ones, and they were trying to take pretzel sticks, not the rods, but the sticks, the skinny little sticks, and they were trying to connect the marshmallows together so they would stand up on their own. And we made a whole. We were trying to do like making a snow fort. I mean, we tried to do all kinds of stuff, filled it with all kinds of candy. Just oh my goodness, it was such a mess. When we were done, there was syrup, there was stuff everywhere. But they had a blast. They enjoyed themselves. They were competing with each other. Like, no, no, I want that one. No, I want to do this. Ooh, I like what you're doing over there. And we took pictures, and we captured the moment. And they loved it. They had the best time. And of course, they took them all home, and their families were like, oh my goodness, there's so much sugar here. But it was something for them to remember, something they could look back on and say, I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. I'm so glad that we took the time. And it's really about just taking the time. Yes, it's going to make a mess. Yes, yes, it's going to be a sugar rush, okay? But it's not like you do it every day. It's not like we're going to build this every day, we're going to make it new every day. Take time. I mean, and if you are really into it, you can get sugar cubes and you can build igloos. You could do all kinds of stuff. Things that the kids will just laugh and just enjoy themselves. Put on some Christmas music and dance around while you're doing it. It's all about building memories. It's all about for them to look back one day and go, that was a lot of fun. An opportunity for you to share, and if you can get the neighborhood kids involved, okay, granted, some of the parents aren't going to like the sugar idea. Okay, some parents are very opposed to it. But it's not about the sugar. It's about spending time together. Making cookies. If you don't want to make sugar cookies, make chocolate chip cookies. There's all kinds of things that you can do. Make brownies. Do things that would expand the horizons. Think about it. And speaking of thinking about it, something else you can do that is not food related, but I did this one year for my nephew when he was little, is I built him a diorama. And I took a box and I cut it down, and I took the top off to a degree. I left the top part of it I took off, and I cut out part to the front so that you could actually build it. I built him a whole dinosaur world. Now, I didn't build dinosaurs because I don't have that capability, but what I did was I made a landscape, and I built like a volcano over in one corner. I took brown pieces of paper and I wadded it up, and I wrapped it around in tape so there were boulders, and I took other construction paper and I made wiggly lines, and they were different colors. They were blues and greens and orange and red and all the different colors, and I made a river. And how I made it stick together was I laid it inside of saran wrap, and I wrapped it in the saran wrap. So the river could be moved if you wanted to change the river. You didn't have all these little pieces of paper. And the strips are about this long, but I made them wavy. So there were things that I made for him, and he loved it. He came over and brought his dinosaurs, and he had army men, and he had different figures, and he would play with it for hours. And it's something simple. It's not complicated, and that's what I want you to look at. Some of the things that you do, it is more appreciative than spending $1 million on toys that they're only going to pay attention to for a few hours. He played with that diorama for months. He played with it every time he came over. He's like, "Let's get it out, Aunt Sarah. I want to play." I'm like, "All right, let's get it out. Let's play." And he would sit there and he would play the different, and it was a lot of fun. And we would make noises like the volcano. We would just do stuff, and he loved it. So things don't have to cost a lot of money. They just cost your time. And if you're not willing to put the time into your kids, somebody else will, and it may not be the influence you want. So make sure that you are the hub. You're the one that puts everything together, get the kids involved in the neighborhood, because you want to create a safe environment. You want to create a fun environment. You want those children to know that this is a place of safety, and if they need anything, they can come to you. And it's important, okay, because not only do your kids need to see it, but as they get older, whose house are they going to hang out at? They're going to hang out at the place that makes them feel welcome, makes them know that they're loved, makes them know that they're seen, that they're important. And this is just ways that you can do it. So I just want to encourage you today. These don't have to cost you any money. Well, some, if you're going to put some, you're going to make some things with food or do the diorama, it's going to cost you some. But it's not going to cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars to do. It didn't cost that much. I wrapped that box in packing paper, brown packing paper. So if you wanted to decorate the box, you could. If you didn't want to, that was fine. But the inside of the box, which was a big box, he was able to play with that. Please, do yourself a favor. Involve yourself in your kid's life. Do something fun. And they're going to bring their friends over. You say, "Yeah, but I don't want my house to be a hub. I don't want it to be dirty. I don't want it to be..." Don't worry about that. You are creating security. You're creating memories. You're creating hope. You're showing love. And I've got to tell you, some of my one niece's friends have told her, "I hope that I marry a man like your dad." Really? Yeah, he's nice. He may say he wants you to do certain things, but he's kind, and he's respectful, and he's loving, and he teases and he plays, and I mean, we want somebody like that. And it's not just dads, it's moms too. So just be encouraged today, and be involved, so that not only you build memories, but you build your family. You're building a future. Know that I love you. It's so good to see you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.